Hello, you beautiful legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast. This is episode number 739. And for those of you that are new to the channel or the project, because it's not just a channel, Blunt Force Healing got created for one simple reason: to make myself accountable and do something every single day. Something constructive or something beneficial to me, but also it turned into me journaling daily and creating content that hopefully will help others to go through what I'm going through, and probably many people went through before and struggled, but it will hopefully make it easier for them to struggle a bit less and learn valuable lessons along the way and make their lives a bit better. So in my case, it was all about procrastination, not being able to upkeep or maintain any beneficial to me habits, be it mental habits or physical habits, or in fact any habit that would make positive impact on my life for longer than a month or two without fading off it or basically just dropping it completely. And as you can see, day 739 means that I was able to maintain this podcast and the blog, because the project is built of two pillars, the blog and the podcast. I was able to maintain it for 739 days, consecutive days, without day off, without cheat days or anything like that. There were bad days, really bad days, and really hard and challenging moments that I thought that I will not make it, or simple days that I just thought, why even do it? There's no big goal or higher mission to it. Although I know there is, but sometimes when you do something, it feels like you're doing that for nothing. And I still have that even after 739 days, which, by the way, is over 2 years. 2 years passed. I think I had second anniversary of the blog on 19th of September this year. So just a week ago. And it still feels sometimes like I'm doing it for nothing in particular. I got asked many times by my wife, or even Julian is questioning, what's the point of writing it? What's the point of recording it? And to be honest, I don't have a simple answer. I know that it does something special to me. First of all, I wasn't doing it for the audience, yet the audience is there. It's a small audience, but it's there, and it's very important to me. The blog itself has about 55 subscribers, but most of them are blog owners. So they're not regular subscribers that you would get on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. These are people that consciously make efforts to create some content and write blogs, maybe regularly, maybe not, but they subscribed to the blog itself to receive email notifications when I write something. So that's a little bit different than just subscribing over social media, because it's not only about notifications. Somebody decided consciously to get email from my blog to be notified if I write something. And it feels a little bit more conscious, because I can say myself that I very often follow people or subscribe to channels on YouTube or on Instagram or on TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever, that I just want to keep track of, but it's not that I consciously want to know about their things coming to my mailbox. Mailbox is a bit more personal than being isolated to just notifications on the channel, so it is a different audience. I'm not saying it's better, but it's different. It's definitely different relation and different feel about it. And then obviously on YouTube I have a much bigger audience, over 10,000 subscribers. But again, this is audience driven by different factors. Some of those people, and I talk to you because you are watching it, you might be a newcomer or you might be a repeated watcher. Some of you come to see the actual updates like this one, which by the way are not the sexiest or the most entertaining content that you can find on YouTube. So I really appreciate you popping in just to listen to me talking about my boring days sometimes. But there are many people in that 10,000 subscribers pool that just subscribed because I was creating a short form content that was motivational, like the quotes with some footage or some funny videos even. That's something that I have on the channel. So there are definitely different types of audiences that require different attention span, and I can see that the audience is dropping on YouTube bit by bit sometimes, but that's okay. That means that people consciously unsubscribe because they don't want to see my content, which is also important as people that subscribed to see the content. This way I know that I am messaging to the right people that want to listen this type of content, and I don't spam people that do not. So this is a very long kind of summary and introduction to a fairly dull Wednesday that I will be speaking about, because on a particular day like this one I always journal about the day before. And Wednesday started a little bit different than the other days, except for Julian's drop-off at school. Later on, we decided on doing a full cleanup of the house, and there were a couple of personal reasons for that, but it was a general kind of tidy up that we decided to do everything all together. So there was a lot of effort put into it to refresh everything in the house. And when we completed that, I felt really fulfilled that we had done it, because it's nice to refresh the house and make sure that it's all done for the next couple of weeks, that we will have to probably redo it again. But this is the way it is. We are not one of those people that really kind of keep the house super tidy like a lab. I'm really amazed by people doing it, and I admire them to be able to do it, because I feel like I don't have enough time to be that particular. But also when we are cleaning up the house, sometimes I feel the need to be very meticulous, but again, there's no time to do it. So it's always a balance of the house being cleaned up, but not to the level of sterile house, and also not the messy house and dusty house. And after we've done it, we decided to do early deploy of the sauna after Julian came back from school. And that's where the warning title comes in, because suddenly, or not so suddenly, but I'll add it later, When we were driving with the sauna towards Rosnaula, I've got a warning from the infotainment system in BMW that the engine is nearing a very hot temperature and it's almost overheating. There is no need for road assistance, but I should stop the car, let it cool down, and then continue the trip. And that was strange because not only it never happened before, and every time I looked at the gauge of the temperature, the cooling system was doing brilliant job even in high temperatures and long haul journeys to Dublin and back. It was always in the middle, and that never crossed really the middle level. And here I could see that it's nearing the red zone. So I let it cool down, and then slowly but steady we reached the destination. But that made me worried. And I started searching, like we all do these days, in the internet. And it seems like there might be some problem with water pump or something similar, because it's definitely a cooling system element. But I believe the coolant is on a normal level, otherwise I would get notification that I need to fill it up or top it up. There's no leaks as far as I know, and nothing else is there's no noise or anything like that. So it seems like something is degrading fast, and I need somebody to look into it. So while we reached Rosnaula, it was beautiful sunset again. Tuesday and Wednesday were just amazing sunset. I'll try to drop some picture or video to the blog. It was just unreal, and the sauna was on a flat beach. The beach is, even today, is amazingly flat because the ocean is calm, and when the tide retreats, it leaves almost perfectly flat sand, beaten up so you can drive onto it. So these are the tides that are more leveled. So the high tides are very close to the level of low tides. They don't differ that much. Obviously they differ, but not in extremes like in spring tides. So we have plenty of space to operate with sauna. Both Tuesday and Wednesday were quite busy for that type of day during the week. We were surprised, but I guess also the weather and beautiful sunsets brought people in, which is not the case today because we have a gloomy day. But about it I will be talking tomorrow. I did a bit of drone training during that stay, recorded something, so I might actually add it at the end of this video. But that's really it. Thank you very much for listening to that and spending that time with me. I appreciate your time because you can spend it on anything better than that. So if you sacrifice that for Blunt Force Healing Project, I really appreciate it, and thank you for that. Have a great rest of the day, afternoon or evening, wherever you are on the globe, because I know that I have watchers and readers from different countries across the whole planet. Stay tuned and see you again.